When the Kalos starters Megas were revealed, I remember initially I was not too terribly interested in Mega Greninja. I feel like that has changed quite recently. I think it's been really warming up to me. So, I did an illustration for Mega Greninja for my series where I'm illustrating as many Pokemon, Megas, normal, whatever, as possible. And I've been getting so many suggestions for new Pokemon to do in this series that I've decided to create a wheel where I'm spinning it randomly to, select someone. And this is the introduction, so it's going to be a little bit longer of an intro. But yes, this is the wheel. But before I did the wheel, I actually did have a comment on Instagram that I did want to do first, which was a couple days before I decided to do this. So yeah, I'm doing that first, and then we're going to do the wheel from here on out. So everybody's comment will have an equal shot of being included, and I will try to include everyone's comment. If you don't see your name on here, then make sure to just remind me. And yeah, this is the finished illustration of Greninja, Mega Greninja specifically. I think this turned out pretty decent, actually. I'm quite happy with it. I love, the idea of the Pokemon spinning on its shuriken upside down. Maybe a little bit more motion would be a little bit more interesting, but I just kind of wanted to go for a more like almost symmetrical kind of look of the Pokemon, floating upside down. Shading was, I think, turned out pretty good. I kind of like how the tongue is dangling down by gravity. I think that impacts it a little bit more. And initially, I was actually going to make it be the opposite way, so the buildings were going to be upside down, and the Pokemon was going to be like right side up, if that makes sense, kind of like flipped, inverted. But then I realized like halfway through that the tongue was actually not the right way, so I was like, "Oops, I can't do that now." So I decided to fix it and just kind of go with it, normal gravity style. His hands were supposed to be like splayed out, but obviously I don't have enough space to really, showcase that. But I think that it still, translates pretty decently. This one is pretty cool. I'm a fan of the buildings, how varied they are in the background. I think that really adds to the vibe of the card, and I'm very happy with it. And I hope you guys are happy with it too. Leave your suggestions in the comments, and have a great, wonderful day. See you next time. Bye.